It kind of looks like something standing behind that tree there. Now it looks like it came out from the tree. Is it peeking out?
Episode 17, part 1 of 2.
There's a helicopter flying out low that looked like a military helicopter. Now I can't see it. It's below the trees. Low altitude. Kind of like a Huey, but not a Huey. Stepped out on the side of the road just real quick to film this alligator sunbathing. So I'm at an intersection of Center Grade Road and South Grade.
I think I'm gonna go back to the highway.
I was driving down this way. When I was coming around the bend, I saw something move across this road here, going from there to there. It was real quick. Most likely just a bird. It looked like it was kind of close to the ground. So I'm just gonna step back in here real quick, see if I can get lucky. Wanted to take a quick look over here. It's just a rock. So I just went to a gas station and got a one of those Arizona iced teas and a beer. See, those are all bush cans in the tree there. Everybody drinks bush, and I did think about getting a bush beer at the convenience store, but I was like, that's not going to be good unless it's cold, and even if it's cold, it's not going to be that good. I know there's some brands that are okay if they're warm. I pulled over at this campground just real quick. So this, that is quite a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
I mean, and it's got a vine growing underneath of it. There's another car going by. Not too thrilled about driving into this pit. That kind of looks like a heel right there, and a 3 toes, but I'm sure that's just like a double step of a deer. I could come back here and bring a weed eater next time and just mow that down. Make a nice spot to camp. So still looking for a place to camp. Definitely too dry for a fire. A lot of activity from hogs, pigs in here. ATV? Looks like an ATV trail. Now this tree could have come down naturally in a storm, hurricane, but could also be pushed down by a sasquatch to discourage people from taking their ATVs down here, or by the Park Service. There is a marker over there, a little orange flag. These tire tracks. And some recent shoe prints. I'm always optimistic about everything, and it's not gonna pan out, I'm sure. Now I'm being pessimistic. See how that works? Two sides of a coin. Kind of looks like something, little shape out there in the distance. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, 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 and a boom, boom, boom. There's no boom though, because it's outside of hunting season. No target practice allowed. Just trying to focus on the grass. Look at the grass. That is a, what is that? That's a, one of those tumors again?
It's not a tumor.
It's hard to tell. I'm zoomed in as far as I can go. Where is it? I'm on a monopod, so it's a little bit shaky. Tripod's in the car. It kind of looks like something standing behind that tree there. Now it looks like it came out from the tree. Is it peeking out?
I'm standing behind that tree there.
Alright, I'm heading over there, but I'm not sure where it was exactly. Could be a bear on the side of a tree. Trying to go as straight a line as possible. I'm not sure where. I just gotta traverse left and right in this area, somewhere back in here. This is about as far back as it would be. But it looked like it was behind the tree, not casting a shadow in front of the tree. So I gotta go back and watch it. I probably can't watch it. I probably can't tell until I get home and look at it on a bigger screen. If it was a real Sasquatch, it could just drop on all fours and scurry off quietly, or making the same amount of noise I'm making coming through the brush, and so I wouldn't hear it because I'm hearing my own brush noise. Jeez. There is nothing back here. I can hear the crickets or the frogs chirping. If there was, let's say the forest goes quiet when there's a Sasquatch, and it's not quiet. There's bugs making noises. So maybe it wasn't. Most likely some kind of photographic anomaly, photographic trick. And I'm tricking myself. But I gotta zoom in and look at it a couple times. I'm thinking that was a bear scratching the side of a tree, but I didn't hear anything. I think there would be like the sound of the claws on the bark. But like I said, I gotta go back and look at it on a big screen. I think this road is gonna be where I set up the tent because the grass is flattened down from vehicles driving over it or people walking on it. So it kind of already flattens it down compared to that. So it's not soggy. It's 5:15 p.m. Probably an hour or so until the sun sets. I'm going to clean up and take a nap. I feel jet lagged. Take a little napsy.
Upon further analysis, I determined that the tree in the front of that blob squatch is a dead tree, and so all the bark had fallen off and it's sun bleached. And then behind it was all these, oh, it just broke my crown, trees that were burned, and these trees in the background are live, so they kept their bark. So I think that's what it was. And then the movement, the grass, those grass reeds, chiggers and stuff on them, when that grass is blowing around, it kind of looks like movement. A knee sticking out on this side, like its right knee was sticking out, but probably just an illusion. Anyway, I don't think it was a Sasquatch, but I could be wrong.
It's a little bit after 7. I don't know if this is going to work or not because I don't have a skillet. So. Got some onions, a little more cheese. Put this back on. Gotta toast your buns. Keep your buns warm. Undercooked on one side and a little bit charred on the other side. At least it's warm and that's not bad. Normally we'll get half and half, but they were sold out, so I had to get full fat creamer. Walking along the road, going on a night patrol. Decided I'm going to carry the big tripod, heading towards, what is that called? Center Stage Road? Forget what it's called now. So I guess I'm going to go down to that campground that I was at earlier. When you go this way, that runs into the power line road. And there's a report related to the power lines. It'd be cool if there were some structures around the campground. Like an old church or something. But anyway, I have an opening, as always, for a unpaid internship. You might get possessed. You might get injured. You might get eaten by mosquitoes. Doesn't that sound like fun? It's better than sitting at home playing video games. This is kind of like a video game in real life. Walking through a dark woods. All the air plants growing on that tree. It's at 12 o'clock. Probably a coon. Right there. Oh, I bet you it's an armadillo. Well, I still don't see what it is. Whoop! I wish I could hear some distant tree knocks or something that I could head towards. All I hear is occasionally some owls and ground critters. I knocked something loose, so I'm heading back to the campsite where the ass wipes and napkins are. Alright, I turned on my headlamp and narrowed the beam to aim upwards at this tree so that it can be seen from a distance, and hopefully that helps advertise that there's humans over here. Maybe this will do the trick at getting something's attention. Now there's whales coming from another area, responding to the first whales. Okay, I've had the tree illuminated now for 40 minutes. I'm walking away from the campsite in the other direction towards the coyotes. Maybe there's a river, lake, something that's attracting more animals out that way. And I guess I'll just walk up to the next intersection, stand there in the dark for 5 minutes with no lights on, and just listen. I thought I heard a snort, and I thought I heard like a little splash, like a puddle splash. Weird noise behind me. Sounded like about 40 feet back. Probably a frog. Had kind of a gurgling noise and like it's clearing its throat or something. Like that kind of a sound. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. Okay. I see a light reflection above or in front. 12 o'clock, probably a post with a little reflector on it. Probably the intersection. Okay, it turns out that thing that was reflecting is a license plate. Somebody else's car down there. Somebody else camping, I guess. That's pretty uncomfortable to have somebody else camping that close to me. Didn't see any lights over there. I don't want to go any closer. They could be asleep in there. Take a look at that. Alright, so I'm almost back to the tent. I turned off my headlight when I was walking back from that truck and just used a dim light. And best case scenario, you know, they were asleep the whole time and didn't even know I went past. Hopefully that's the case, because I'd rather they didn't know that I'm down the road. I'm only like a mile away. Maybe a mile and a quarter, something like that. That's what it feels like. So, hopefully they never knew I went past.
What are you gonna pick? Hot Pocket. What are you gonna drink? Warm Modelo.
More Hot Pocket, more coffee. So I'm starting to head out. I'm going to go down to take a look at the power line area, because that might be the next place I camp when I come back to this part of Green Swamp. And there's another part of Green Swamp further south that I want to go camping at, so that'll be probably in a future video. But for now, I'm going to go down and take a look around the power line, scout that out. The bush drinkers have been here. This is the power line. I can hear like a buzz coming from it, and then the wind is blowing through the cables and making another kind of a wispy sound. Walk around here a little bit and see if there's any tracks. 5 fingers. Well, I think this concludes it. I'm gonna leave the area. So this was an enjoyable experience. It's nice to get away from other people and scout the area for future trips.
Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2 of episode 17.
Hope I can get to it. Where is it?
I have no idea.
I see it.
Do you want me to turn on my flashlight?
See it. This is way back there.